All right! I love the future!
I'm fucking enjoying this right now. This is great.
Me too.
Yeah, man. It's awesome. And
I never really get this chance to share my knowledge, you know? It's just something that's like captive inside me that kind of has no use because I don't have the situation, like I don't have the land or the money or the resources to actually put this knowledge to use.
Right. Oh man. Well, I mean, share away. Like, I just want to pick your brain and just like,
please
get deep.
Go for it. Like,
and
totally. Like we can do this again, man.
We might have to do a part 2 and part 3. We'll see how long we go for. But I just it's like I'm just trying to like remember like what I was kind of saying before about like all the reasons that like I'm so grateful that we're doing this interview, you know. And
well, I just think we have like a lot of this, like a lot of similar ideas and ideals, you know, and like I really appreciate the way that you guys are trying to bring better nutrition to people's lives, because man, that's one of the biggest keys to longevity, right? And like a good existence on this planet. Yeah. You know?
Thanks, bro. I mean, I think like for us, we're really into like anything that advances or enhances human potential.
Yep.
You know, and that was like one of the reasons that I wanted to interview, because of your work with mushrooms.
Right.
Because of also like you, who you are. You know, like I know you through festivals, which I think are like a big part of enhancing human potential. I think it's just like a place for creativity.
Well, it allows people to get out of their box and actually be the person they want to be. You know, not the person they're forced to be through their occupation. Yeah. You know, like the 9-to-5 grind. It's really draining. You know, it just makes you a generally like upset person.
Totally.
Because you're subject to something that you don't even agree with, but are kind of forced to do.
Yeah.
You know, festivals are a great opportunity to like put all that shit down, not have to worry about anything, and just be. You know, I learned this great quote, and I don't remember where I got it from. Oh, I think it was Quantum Activist.
Okay. Yeah.
Doobie doobie doo.
Where are you? Oh no, that's Scooby Doo. Sorry.
You know, Scooby got the doobie doobie doo, right?
Scooby is
Doobie doo.
Yeah, he is. I mean, there's a theory that actually he is Shaggy's like imagination.
Right.
Like he doesn't actually really exist.
Yeah.
And it's just, you know, Shaggy's just tripping balls because the only time that like they're always together.
Yeah.
And no one really kind of like sees them except when they're together, and they're always going on these crazy adventures.
Yeah.
So, or maybe Shaggy is Scooby's imagination, like, you know, like hallucination. So, it's the Scooby snacks, man.
Yeah, dude.
Anyway. Okay.
So doobie doobie doo. You must do, and then be, and allow the universe.
Oh, doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doobie doo.
Yeah.
Allow the universe to assimilate what you've done.
Right.
Before you continue doing. You know, like, you have to give that feedback time for the universe to like go through its process and feed something of value back to you. You know, if you keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, eventually you just get spent. It's like, I don't know if you've played those video games and you like fire the gun like continuously and eventually it like times out. It needs recoil time.
Yeah. That's it, recoil time. Yeah, that's a really good metaphor.
You as a human being need recoil time.
Wow.
You know, in your life, it's like that downtime where you just like be.
Yeah. Definitely.
But in this day and age, it's fucking impossible. Like, where do you get the time to just exist?
Well, you have to make the time. You have to prioritize that too. Like, you have to actually say, like, there's a time for doing, and I have to make a time for being. And, and we have to realize, like, well, I mean, like, no one has to do anything, but I know for me, that, like, because this is something that I struggle with continuously. Like, I'm so
tell me about
busy.
It, dude. Me too.
Yeah, so busy. And, like, I need to actually, like, take those times to go to the sauna, you know, to be with friends. Like, that is actually me doing, but in a different way.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, that gives me energy, gives me life. Like, about 2 months ago or something, I started going for, like, a run every morning. And coming home and actually like doing a bit of stretching and meditation and whatever. Yeah. But like that was awesome. But then I started to like go for a run, and then I would do another round because I'm just like running like around the block basically. Yeah. And then I would do another round, but I would just walk.
Oh, cool.
Just drop into the universe, you know, a little bit, and just kind of connect with the beauty and take that time to wusa, you know. And I found like that was like the biggest thing that just made this difference of just like I guess just being, you know, just being a little bit, and then just like connecting to the silence because my mind is like on
Constantly
24/7,
racing.
24/7. Like,
Let me
you know?
let me share a little experiment that I read with you. So there was this experiment done where they had 3 trial groups, and so the first group, they showed them this information, and they had to make a decision on it. So they were shown the information, and then they were given like a day to think about it. The next group was shown the information, and then they had to make a decision immediately.
Okay.
And then the last test group was given the information, and then after they read the information, they gave them a maths equation to do. And then
so
they
interrupted the process.
Then they had to answer the question immediately.
Okay, cool, right.
And like the people that did the maths equation, because like the people that answered immediately and the people that had time to think about it, they were indecisive. They're like, oh shit, no, I made the wrong decision. I want to go with that one. You know, but whereas the group that did the maths equation, right, all like answered affirmatively and stuck with their answer, because the brain was distracted and your subconscious processes are what
Totally, bro.
what considered
What actually does it.
Yeah, it's the feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's interesting. It's like the mind actually doesn't really. The mind actually gets in the way.
Yeah.
Like your
Yeah,
brain
yeah.
gets in the way. Like often, like things come like when you're distracted. I've been thinking
Absolutely.
about that too. Like there's a technique for sort of like doing deep work or creative work or stuff like that, where you take your time to actually focus on other things,
Yep.
and you actually get distracted. Like you distract yourself with the intention of coming up with things.
Right.
It's like, so you'll actually sit down and be like, okay, I want to like write some ideas down or whatever. So you kind of like set that intention, but then you actually just go do other things. And it's kind of weird. Like people think that's kind of productive. It doesn't quite work like that. But then if you actually come back to the paper after a while of distracting and letting your subconscious actually work things out, and then you come back and you do it, like, then the answers come. Like I was watching someone else talking about procrastination, the power of procrastination. That procrastination can like, you know, destroy lives, right? I mean, it can really like stop you from going to your dreams. But if you're using procrastination purposefully,
Yeah.
you know, then, and that was basically what it was like, it's like sometimes you come up with your greatest ideas at 5 minutes to midnight, you know, at like just before you need to hand in all the work or do whatever, because your brain's actually had time to do this stuff. Like it was gave Martin Luther King Jr.'s "I Have a Dream" speech. So that's a famous speech, right? People don't know that like he didn't finish writing that draft until 4 o'clock of that morning or something of the speech. He only started writing that speech at 10 o'clock the night before. You know, but I mean, obviously, like his unconscious mind has been writing the speech for weeks.
Yeah, but
You know?
it would have been like the time to manifest it onto paper because he like had the time to integrate what he was feeling and thinking.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So yeah, and a lot of people actually do that purposefully, you know, which is quite cool. So kind of like makes me think it's good to actually give some time to things and not try and rush and like create on the spot, you know?
All right! I love the future!